Welcome to Thelina. Today, we are setting an intention together for one of the turning points in your life. Perhaps a door will open, or maybe a seed will quietly begin to sprout. Today, we whisper our intention to nurture love into those seeds. Today, we embark together on one of life's most profound and magical experiences, the journey toward love. Love is not merely a romantic feeling, it is the light of our soul, the essence of our being. In this series, we will explore the many facets of love, its spiritual and romantic dimensions, and open our hearts to new awareness about loving ourselves and others. If you are ready, let us listen to our inner guide and unlock the magical doors of love. 1. Love begins within, the sacred return to self. Love is not something we find outside of us, it's something we remember inside. The soul knows love not as a search, but as a return. You are not waiting to be chosen, you are remembering that you already are. True love flows not from need, but from fullness. When you turn inward and hold yourself with compassion, you become magnetic. You no longer seek someone to complete you, you become someone who naturally attracts aligned love. As Rumi whispers, the moment you accept what troubles you've been given, the door will open. Honor your wounds. Let your past soften you, not harden you. The more you love yourself through your shadows, the more deeply you prepare to meet someone who sees you fully. Ask yourself, can I sit with my loneliness without rushing to fill it? Can I offer myself the tenderness I long to receive? Real love isn't a rescue, it's a recognition. And that recognition begins with you. 2. Divine timing. Trusting the sacred rhythm of love. Love doesn't arrive by force. It arrives by frequency. Just like a flower doesn't bloom in winter, the heart doesn't open before its time. There is wisdom in waiting. When love seems delayed, it may be life's way of preparing you. It's not punishment, it's precision. The universe is always arranging divine encounters, but the readiness of our soul matters. Carl Jung once wrote, "What you resist not only persists, but will grow in size." Don't resist the space between where you are and where you long to be. Live it. Soften into it. Let it shape you. The love you're waiting for may be waiting for you too, but in your most authentic, healed, and aligned form. Instead of asking, "Where is my person?" ask, "Who am I becoming while I wait? Am I creating space for love to enter freely?" Love is not passive, it's participatory. Even in its absence, it invites you to grow, to stretch, to prepare. And when the time comes, love will not be a surprise. It will feel like coming home. 3. Love is a path of soul expansion. Real love doesn't just make us feel good, it makes us grow. It mirrors both our light and our shadow. It's not always easy, but it's always sacred. When two souls meet in truth, they don't complete each other, they activate each other. The right person won't fix your wounds, but they'll hold you while you heal. They'll challenge your edges with gentleness. They'll reflect what you've forgotten about yourself, your worth, your power, your radiance. Author James Baldwin once said, "Love takes off the masks that we fear we cannot live without and know we cannot live within." True love reveals not just the beautiful parts, but also the buried ones, the parts longing for light. This kind of love asks courage. To stay when it's easier to run. To listen when your ego wants to speak. To soften when your defenses rise. Ask yourself, can I be seen without shrinking? Can I see another without needing to change them? Love is a sacred teacher. Every conflict is a curriculum. Every silence, a moment to tune in. Every embrace, a return to what is real. When love is aligned with spirit, it doesn't bind, it liberates. It doesn't control, it flows. It invites both souls to rise. So don't just ask for love that feels good. Ask for love that transforms. Not because you need fixing, but because your soul is ready to expand. Or, speaking the language of the heart, communication is a sacred practice. In a world where words are often used to defend, persuade, or mask, speaking from the heart becomes an act of courage and of intimacy. Love flourishes not in grand declarations, but in the quiet truth of everyday words. It lives in the pauses. In the gentle, I hear you. In the brave, this is what I feel. In the open, I don't know, but I'm here with you. Spiritual teacher Thich Nhat Hanh wrote, "To love someone is to listen to them with your whole being." True communication is not just about what you say, but how deeply you are willing to listen, without rushing to respond, without defending yourself, without trying to fix. In sacred love, words become bridges. They carry truth, vulnerability, and presence across the space between two souls. They are not tools to win, they are tools to connect. Ask yourself, do I speak to be understood, or to understand? Am I brave enough to tell the truth, even when my voice trembles? Can I hold space for another's truth without needing to agree? Loving communication doesn't avoid conflict, it transforms it. Instead of shutting down, it says, I'm hurt, but I still choose you. I feel afraid, but I'm willing to stay. I don't have all the answers, but I trust our connection. This is how intimacy deepens. Not through perfection, but through presence. So speak gently. Pause often. Let your heart lead your words. Because every conversation is a chance to either build a wall or a bridge. And when two hearts speak honestly, love becomes not just a feeling, but a shared spiritual path. 5. The sacred timing of love, trusting divine alignment. Love, no matter how deeply desired, cannot be rushed. It blooms like the moon rises, slowly, steadily, in its own perfect rhythm. We may call it, prepare for it, long for it, but love arrives not on our schedule, but in divine alignment. Just like a seed cannot be forced to sprout before its time, the heart must unfold at its own pace. Rumi reminds us, try not to resist the changes that come your way. Instead, let life live through you. We often ask, why hasn't it happened yet? Is something wrong with me? Am I missing a sign? But perhaps the delay is not a denial, it's a preparation. A silent, sacred becoming. Love asks that we be ready to receive it, not with fear or attachment, but with openness, wholeness, and trust. Imagine this. What if the love you seek is also seeking you? What if it, too, is making its way, through growth, through healing, through divine orchestration? Carl Jung once said, "What you are seeking is seeking you." This isn't just poetic, it's a deep spiritual truth. The energy you hold becomes a beacon. When you align with love, love aligns with you. So instead of clinging to timelines, anchor into trust. Use this space of waiting not to count the minutes, but to deepen your readiness. Cultivate your joy. Strengthen your self-love. Root into your purpose. This isn't waiting. It's becoming. Because love doesn't come to complete you. It comes to reflect the wholeness you've already cultivated. It comes when your soul is ready not to need another, but to share your overflow. Let go of urgency. Open to divine timing. Whisper to your heart, I trust the rhythm of my life. I trust that what is meant for me will find me, in the most unexpected, miraculous way. And when it does, it won't be late. It will be right on time. 6. Love is presence, not possession, the art of being with. True love is not about owning or controlling. It is about being with, fully, openly, without the need to grasp. Real connection isn't forged in attachment, but in presence. In our world, love is often confused with dependency. We hear phrases like, "You complete me," or, "I can't live without you." But spiritual love is not about filling a void, it's about witnessing each other's wholeness. As Khalil Gibran writes in The Prophet, "Let there be spaces in your togetherness, and let the winds of the heavens dance between you." To love someone deeply is to allow them to be fully themselves. It is to see them not as a possession, but as a soul walking beside you. It's not about merging into one identity, but dancing in harmony, separate yet connected. This kind of love doesn't cling. It doesn't demand. It invites. It says, "I see you. I honor your journey. I am here," without trying to change you. Presence is the greatest gift we can offer in love. Not grand gestures or promises of forever, but the quiet, attentive now. To look into someone's eyes and really see them. To sit in silence and still feel held. In spiritual love, freedom and closeness are not opposites, they enhance each other. When both people are rooted in their own truth, their bond becomes a sanctuary, not a cage. Ask yourself, can I love without trying to control? Can I be fully present with someone, even in discomfort? Can I offer space without feeling abandoned? This is mature love. A love that doesn't seek to consume, but to witness. A love that is not afraid of silence, distance, or growth. A love that recognizes, I do not need to hold tightly to keep you close. In this presence, love breathes. It deepens, expands, and becomes something sacred. It becomes a meeting of souls, not in need, but in knowing. So let love be spacious. Let it be soft. Let it be now. 7. The mirror of love, what you attract reflects who you are. Love is not something we find randomly, it's something we attract through the energy we carry. Every relationship is a mirror, reflecting the beliefs we hold, the wounds we carry, and the love we are ready to receive. When you begin to heal, to honor yourself, and to live in alignment, the kind of love that shows up in your life shifts. You stop chasing, and start attracting. You stop settling, and start choosing. As James Allen once wrote, "You do not attract what you want. You attract what you are." So instead of asking, "When will love find me?" ask, "What am I broadcasting to the world? What kind of love am I ready to hold? Am I showing up as the kind of partner I seek?" We often think love will fix us, fill us, or rescue us. But love, especially spiritual love, is not a remedy for lack. It's a recognition of abundance. When you feel whole within yourself, the love you attract becomes a celebration, not a solution. This is not about perfection, but presence. Your energy speaks louder than your words. If you're filled with self-doubt, you may attract relationships that echo that doubt. If you're filled with self-respect and joy, you begin to magnetize others who meet you in that vibration. Romantic love then becomes a spiritual practice, a mirror that shows us where we are still closed, and where we are ready to open. Ask yourself gently, do I allow love in, or do I push it away out of fear? Do I settle for attention, or wait for alignment? Do I believe I deserve the kind of love I long for? Love shows you yourself, not always in ways that are easy, but always in ways that are necessary. Every encounter, even the painful ones, carries a lesson. Every mirror is an opportunity. When you take responsibility for your own energy, you stop waiting for someone to complete you. You become the source. You become love. And from that space, the love you attract won't need to fix you or save you. It will simply meet you. Soul to soul, equal, whole. 8. Love is a sacred presence, being versus doing in love. In a world obsessed with performance, doing more, proving more, becoming more, we often carry that energy into our love lives. We try to do love right. Say the right things. Be the perfect partner. Keep it all together. But true love does not arise from effort, it blossoms in presence. To love is not to perform, but to be. When you are fully present, open, attuned, and grounded, you create the space where love can breathe and expand. You don't need to impress. You only need to show up, as yourself, fully. Thich Nhat Hanh writes, "When you love someone, the best thing you can offer is your presence." How can you love if you are not there? This kind of presence goes beyond physical proximity. It is an energetic attentiveness, being deeply tuned into yourself and the person in front of you, without judgment or defense. No masks, no roles, just being. When we shift from doing to being, love becomes spacious. There's room for silence, for listening, for not knowing, for growing. There's no need to force connection, it arises naturally. Ask yourself, am I truly with the person I love, or just physically near them? 9. Healing through love, letting love touch your wounds. Love, in its purest form, is not only joy, it is also healing. It doesn't erase your past, but it gently holds the parts that were once broken and whispers, "You are safe now." We often fear bringing our wounds into love. We try to appear whole, healed, unaffected. But healing doesn't happen in isolation, it happens in connection. In the soft mirror of another's presence, our pain can rise, not to destroy us, but to be finally seen. As spiritual teacher Ram Dass once said, "We're all just walking each other home. And along that walk, we carry not only our light, but also our shadows." To love is to say, "I see your pain, and I'm not running. I trust your wholeness, even when you forget it. I will not fix you, but I will sit with you while you mend." Healing through love is not dependency, it is partnership. It is two beings choosing to witness and support one another's becoming. But the first step is allowing yourself to be vulnerable. To say, "Yes, I've been hurt. Yes, I still carry doubts. And yet, yes, I'm willing to open again." Love doesn't demand perfection, it asks for truth. And truth, when met with compassion, transforms pain into wisdom. Ask yourself, where do I still hold old wounds in my heart? Am I letting love reach those parts of me? Can I trust someone enough to be seen in my rawness? Because when love is real, it doesn't shy away from your scars. It kisses them. It honors what you've survived. And it helps you believe again, in tenderness, in closeness, in being held. There will be moments when your inner child surfaces, fearful, triggered, guarded. Let love hold that child gently. Let them know, you are not alone anymore. Healing is not a straight line. It ebbs and flows. But every moment of love, honestly received, softens another layer. And eventually, you realize, your wounds are not signs of weakness. They are entry points to deeper compassion, for yourself, and for others. In a sacred partnership, love becomes the medicine. It won't erase the past, but it can write a new story. One where your pain has a place, but no longer defines you. One where love touches every wound, not to close it too quickly, but to stay with it until it breathes freely again. 10. Sacred love, meeting the divine through another. At the highest level, love is a spiritual path. It is not just about affection, attraction, or partnership, it is about awakening. When we truly love another, we don't just see their personality, we glimpse the divine within them. In their presence, we remember the infinite nature of our own soul. And in that remembering, something holy arises. Mystic poet Hafiz once wrote, "I wish I could show you, when you are lonely or in darkness, the astonishing light of your own being." That is sacred love, to hold up a mirror to another's light until they can see it for themselves. In this form of love, the relationship itself becomes a temple. Each conversation is a prayer. Each touch is a blessing. Each challenge is an initiation into deeper trust, humility, and surrender. This is not idealized love. It is not free of difficulty. But its purpose is greater than comfort, it is transformation. Sacred love asks, can you love when it's inconvenient? Can you stay when it's uncomfortable? Can you see God in the one who triggers you? In this kind of bond, ego slowly softens. You stop needing to be right, and start learning to be real. You choose presence over pride, listening over defense, vulnerability over performance. You begin to understand that this person is not yours, they are a fellow traveler. Your task is not to possess them, but to honor their path and walk beside them in truth. And through this mutual devotion, you begin to feel a deeper presence, something beyond the two of you. Call it spirit. Call it the universe, call it God, but you feel it, the sacred third energy that is born when two open hearts meet without walls. This is the love that grows you, that returns you to yourself, that gently dismantles the parts of you built in fear and rebuilds you in love. Sacred love is not something you find, it is something you become ready to receive. And when it arrives, you will know. Not because it's perfect, but because it calls forth the sacred in you. It will ask for your truth. It will ask for your growth. And if you allow it, it will turn your relationship into a living prayer. Love is not a destination but an ongoing journey. Never let the light in your heart dim, for love is the purest and most powerful energy within you. As Thelina beautifully says, a traveler who walks with love is never truly alone. This manifesto is a guide to opening your heart and inviting love into your life. Remember, love is with you always, and the more you live it, the more it grows and multiplies. Today, we renewed our belief in ourselves on the journey toward love. Together, we explored the ways to transform our hopes into a manifesto. Remember, life is whispering to you. When you dare to listen to your heart, the path begins to unfold. Until we meet again, stay with light in your heart. I'm Thelina, a fellow traveler walking under the same sky, toward the same dream.